Well, hello, Algebra. Today we are on 2.1 notes, slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. This is the slope-intercept form of a linear equation. So, of a linear equation. This is what we'll call your bread and butter. This is your best friend of all the linear functions. Right? We're going to learn how to graph it from slope intercept form, point slope form, and standard form. Your best bud, though, is going to be that slope intercept form. This is a very big portion of your actual EOC and of algebra and your upcoming math. All right, so if you're going to do something in slope intercept form, remember it's y equals mx plus b. Your m is referring to the slope, and your b is going to represent the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is where we cross the y-axis. So if they give you the slope and they give you the y-intercept, let's go ahead and write the equation in slope-intercept form. So we know y is equal to mx plus b. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So if the slope here is 1/3 and the y-intercept is 6, then y is going to be equal to the slope x plus b. So your slope, what color did I use? Your slope here is red, green. So I'm just going to write it. Y is equal to 1/3. The slope goes in the slope spot, x, and your y-intercept goes in the y-intercept, plus 6. That's it. Y equals mx plus b. Slope and the y-intercept. Your slope is 1/3 and the y-intercept is 6. Let's look at number 2. Y is equal to mx plus b. The slope is 0 and the y-intercept is -5. So y is equal to 0x. Your slope is 0 and your b is -5. Whatever your b is what goes into that spot, sign and all. We're not going to put a plus negative b because a positive and a negative at the end of the day is still just a negative. So that's why you put whatever that y-intercept is goes into that y-intercept spot. So that y is equal to 0x minus 5. Now, we're going to have to clean this up a little bit because 0 times the number is always going to be 0. So that's going to cancel out and your y is equal to -5. Because no matter what, it's just going to be 0 minus 5. Now let's look at number 3. I want you to try. Just be very quick. Write the formula. Y equals mx plus b. Now go ahead and substitute. So y is equal to 3, which is your slope, x, and your y-intercept is -2, so it's 3x minus 2. Your slope is 3, and your y-intercept is -2. So now that we know how to write it with the slope and the y-intercept, let's write the equation in slope-intercept form given the slope and a point. Remember, we still need two things. For slope-intercept form, we're still going to need the slope and we're still going to need the y-intercept. Now we actually have the slope. So we're going to need to find the y-intercept. So step 1 says I'm going to write the equation y equals mx plus b. And then I'm going to find the y-intercept by substituting the slope that I do know and a point, which is an xy value. Y is equal to 4x plus b. I still need to find the b. They didn't give it to me, but they did give me a coordinate, which is going to represent an x and a y. Every coordinate has an x value and a y value. So I'm going to take my x my and substitute it. So that 5 is equal to 4 times 2, which is my x, plus b. 5 then is equal to 4 times 2, which is 8, plus b. And then to get b all by itself, because that's our goal here, I am going to minus 8 on both sides. So that negative 3 is equal to b. This is where isolating that variable comes into mind. If I'm looking for b, I'm going to simplify the left and the right and then move everything away from b. So that b is equal to negative 3. Now I know my slope, which is 4, and I know the y-intercept, which is negative 3. So all I'm going to do is substitute. Y is equal to 4x minus 3. There's my equation. Let's do this again. Excuse me. With the fraction, right? Just because sometimes fraction makes us sad. So let's try it out. I do know, again, that for a slope-intercept form, y is equal to mx plus b. And I have my m. My slope is 1/2. They gave it to me. So y is equal to 1/2 x plus b. That's all I have. I don't know what the y-intercept is. Not yet. I have to find it. So to find the y-intercept b, I'm going to substitute the x and y value in the equation. This point they gave me has an x and a y. So now I know that 6 is equal to 1/2 of the x, which is 4, plus b. So that 6 is equal to 1/2 4, which is 2, plus b. I am looking for b. I am looking for the y-intercept. So I need to get b alone by itself. It's a two-step equation. Well, actually, it's a one-step. So I'll minus 2 from both sides. And now I find out that 4 is equal to my y-intercept. So now I know my slope, which is 1/2. And I know my y-intercept, which is 4. So now I can write my equation in slope-intercept form. Y is equal to 1/2 x plus 4. I want you to pause and I want you to try number 2. Okay, now that you're back, let's go ahead. You should have written the equation y equals mx plus b. And I am going to go through this one just because I know it could be a little bit challenging. So 8x plus b. I know my coordinate is negative 3, 1. So y is 1. I'm just substituting. And it's 8 times my x, which is negative 3. And I'm still looking for my y-intercept. 1 is equal to negative 24 plus b. Then to get b all by itself, I'm going to add 24 to both sides. So that 25 is my y-intercept. All right, so given a point and a slope, that's how I would write it in slope-intercept form. Now, what if they gave me now 2 points? I still need the same thing. I still need the slope and the y-intercept. So now because I don't know the slope, I am going to find the slope. And this, I believe, is a negative 2. So this coordinate is a 2 and negative 2. And this one looks like just a 1, 1, 0. Something happened to the printer. All right, so now let's go ahead. And we're going to first of all find the slope. So if I find the slope, I know that my slope is equal to y2 minus y1. So I still label my coordinates here. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now, finding the slope should just be common nature to you, right? Finding the slope is going to be very important. So we have 0 minus negative 2 divided by 1 minus 2, 0, negative 2. So that my slope is equal to 2 over 1. My slope is equal to 2. Now that I know my slope, I am going to have to find the y-intercept by picking a point, just like what I did. Now, does it matter which point I pick? No. Once I have the slope, I pick a point, any point you want to use. I sometimes, though, like to use the easy point, especially if they have a 0 in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I might pick this point. Doesn't matter which one, but you just have to pick a point. So now I'm going to use my equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. I know that my m is 2 because I just found it. And this is one of those problems. There's a couple like it that will give a domino effect. If your slope is wrong, then the second part is going to be incorrect as well. So we just want to make sure that we're careful. Anyway, my y is 0 and it's equal to 2 times 1 plus b. 0 is equal to 2 plus b. So to get it by itself, I'm going to minus 2 on both sides. So that negative 2 is my y-intercept. Now that I have the slope and now that I have the y-intercept, I'm going to write my equation like I did in the very first problem. Y is equal to mx plus b. Y is equal to 2x minus 2. There's my final answer. I want you to pause now and try number 2. I know it's a couple steps, but pause and try number 2. Okay, now that you are back, remember the very first step is to find the slope. You need a slope and a y-intercept. We got to find slope first. So you would have had, label your coordinates x1, y1, and x2, y2. Then you would find the slope, which is 3 minus 2 divided by 4 minus 2. So that your slope is equal to 1/2. So your slope is 1/2. Now that you know that your slope is 1/2, we have to find the y-intercept by writing the equation, y equals mx plus b, the formula, and picking a point. Doesn't matter which point you pick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the second point, 4, 3. So now I know that y is equal to 1/2 x plus b. I'm going to use the x and y from that. My y value is 3, 1/2, and my x value is 4. So that 3 is equal to half of 4, which is 2. I minus 1 on both sides. I'm sorry, minus 2 on both sides. My answer is 1. And 1 is equal to my y-intercept. So now I know my slope is negative 2 and my y-intercept is 1. So my equation is y equals my slope, which is 1/2 x, and my b, my y-intercept, which is 1. So now you should be able to write those equations given 2 points, and they love 2 points. We need to know absolutely how to write an equation from 2 points. So now let's write an equation in slope-intercept form from a graph. If it's in slope-intercept form, again, that formula, y equals mx plus b. Say it with me. Y equals mx plus b. That means you need 2 things. You still need the slope, and you're going to need the y-intercept. Well, the y-intercept we defined before is the point where it crosses the y-axis. So here's the y-axis. Look at it. Where is it? Boom. The y-intercept is 2. Nice and easy from a graph. The slope we also determined from before. I picked 2 points, and it's rise over run, so I could go up 1, 2, and to the left 1, So -1. My slope is -2. 2 divided by -1 is -2. So now that you know the slope and the y-intercept, you can write the equation. Y is equal to mx plus b. Y is equal to -2x plus 2. I'm going to do one more with you, then I want you to try number 5. Number 3, I'm looking again for the y-intercept and the slope. For slope-intercept form, you need two things, the slope and the y-intercept. I know I keep saying it over and over because I need you to know it's over and over. This is our bread and butter. Cool. So the m, or slope, actually the y-intercept is easier to find because it's on the y-axis. Oh, there it is. It's crossing the y-axis at 1. So my y-intercept is 1. My slope is how I get from one point to the next. So I'm going to go up 1 and right 1. So my slope is 1. So y is equal to mx plus b. Y is equal to 1x. We don't put the 1 there. Plus 1, which is the y-intercept. So y is equal to x plus 1. Go ahead and pause and try number 5. Let's see what you come up with. All right, now that you're back, your slope you're looking for and your y-intercept you're looking for, look along the y-axis. Going, going, going. Oh, there it is. That's where it crosses the y-axis. It's 1. To get from one point to the other, you would go up 1 and right 2, so that your slope is 1 half. So your equation, y equals 1 half x plus 1. All right, now come on down. Now that we learned how to write those equations in slope-intercept form, we're going to finish off by graphing the equation using slope-intercept form, which again, y equals mx plus b. Now that you've written it many times, let's find it. In order to graph, you need to know what your slope is and what your y-intercept is from the equation. So now that I have this, my slope is the number in front of the x. So my slope is 4. My y-intercept is the number out here at the end. So the y-intercept, b, is at -3. In order to graph, you're going to start at the b. You have to start somewhere, and you have to start at the y-intercept. The y-intercept is the starting point. So I'm going to start here at -3, and it's -3 on the y. Your y-intercept must be on the y-axis. From there, we're going to do the slope, which is 4, but that means I can rise and I can't run. Every whole number needs a denominator because I need to rise and run. So the top is how we go up or down, and the bottom number is how we go left or right, rise and run. So from here, I'm going to rise 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm counting, and then I go to the right 1. To move again, I can go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 1. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and right 1. If I cannot go up and right, I could actually go the opposite way. So if not up, down. If not right, left. I am going to go down and left. So now I have my set of points. I connect it. There I go. There's my line. Let's look at number 3. In number 3, I need to get again my slope and my y-intercept. My slope is the number in front of the x. So my slope is 2/3, mx. My b is the number out here, and I don't see anything. That means my b is 0. So this number up top tells me how to rise. It's positive 2. I'm going to go up 2. And this is positive, so I'm going to go up 2 and then right 3. Keep in mind, if I can't go up, I'm going to go down. And if I can't go right, I'm going to go left. So my first point is going to be here at 0. And I will go up 2 and right 3. Do it again. Up 2, right 3. And I'm just counting like if I was playing a board game. Now, if I can't go up and right, I have to do the opposite, which means I'm going to go down and left. So I could go down 2 and left 3. And it should form a line. Every one of these that you're doing should form a line because these are all linear functions. I want you to pause and try number 2. Right, now that you've paused and tried number 2, you would start, your m should have been negative 2/3, and your y-intercept is positive 2. This negative 2 tells me I could go down, and the positive 3 is going to tell me to go to the right. If I can't go down, I can go up, which is the opposite. But if I go up, I have to go left, which is the opposite of right. So from, let's see, 2, that's my first point, positive 2 on the y. I'm going to go down 2 and then right 1, 2, 3. Down 2 units, right 3 units. Down 2, right 3. If I can't go down and right, I'm going to go up 2 and left 1, 2, 3. Up 2 and left 3. Up 2 and left 3. And there goes my line. It should look like a line, should look like a straight line because it's a linear function. Now let's turn it up one last time. If I cannot just graph, because sometimes they don't give it to me easy as that, in slope-intercept form, I'm first going to have to work for it by isolating the y. Do you remember literal equations? So let's look at number 4. If I want y all by itself, put your finger over the y. Is it on the left or the right? It's on the left. I need to get rid of the 3x first. So I would move 3x on both sides. So that 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 8. Could I put the negative 3x behind the 8? I can, but everything should match. We're matching in algebra, right? So if it's y equals mx plus b, you want the x to be in front of the b so that it looks some way that you know. Then to get y all by itself, I would divide both sides by 2. So that y is equal to negative 3 2s, 3 halves x. And 8 divided by 2 is a number. It's 4. Now I know that my slope is negative 3 over 2. And I know that my y-intercept is positive 4. All right, so remember this 3 tells me I'm going to go down 3. And this positive 2 tells me I'm going to go to the right 2. But if I can't go down and right, then I can go up. And I can also go left. So you would start off at the 4. Where's 0, 0? So my 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I will go down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 2. Down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 2. 1, 2, 3, right 2. I could also go up left. 1, 2, 3, left 2. And there you have it. I have a nice pretty line. Last one, pause and try. Number 6, pause and try. All right, now that you've done that, You want y by itself, you would have to minus 2x on both sides, so that y is equal to negative 2x plus 8. Make sure you put this in front of the 8 because that's how it will look, mx plus b. So that, I'm all good. So my slope is negative 2, and my y-intercept is 8. I need a denominator to run, so it's a whole number over 1. And this negative tells me I'm going to go down and the positive 1 to the right. If I can't go down and right, I could go left. Nope, sorry, up and left. So your first point is at 8. Then you would go down to right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. If you don't go down 2 and right 1, you can also go up 2 and left 1. See how it's still in line? There you go. I graphed. Now we're going to do a bunch of practice on this because in order to learn mathematics, we must do the mathematics.